The race to control the U.S. House of Representatives is heating up from coast to coast, and we're following key races in New York and California that could change the landscape on Capitol Hill come November. CBS News congressional correspondent Scott MacFarlane joins me from Washington with more. Scott, I think our viewers might be interested to learn that these aren't necessarily a given for Democrats, even though traditionally California and New York are considered blue states.
Yeah, how interesting did that map look? When you look at battleground states, you're not accustomed to looking at New York and California. You think about Michigan, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, the Sun Belt. But the balance of power in the U.S. House very much runs through California and New York, and there are a couple of reasons for it. First of all, that's where the people are, most populous states, and they have the most congressional districts. And one of the peculiarities, Lindsay, New York, a couple of years back, had a court redraw some of their lines, and it's since been redrawn a little bit more, and they are filled with battleground races, a half dozen of them in New York alone. California has a unique system of how they elect their candidates, getting a top two first. Sometimes it's intra-party battling for races. The long and short of it is that California has a number of battleground seats as well. Heavily contested, very expensive, and either party can win control of the U.S. House if they can run the table in either California or New York. So you're going to see outsized attention this year on those. And according to our latest CBS News reporting, the Republican Party has just invested $5 million more in ad buys in upstate New York and New York City alone, and put 5 professional staff members on the ground in New York trying to push that their way. It's a battleground state. It's just not a intuitive one.
Fascinating. Let's go a little more granular. New York's 18th district. Why is this pivotal?
This is the epicenter, according to my latest reporting, and there are a couple reasons why. First of all, it's in a uniquely purple part of New York. The Hudson Valley has got a mix of urban and rural, blue collar, a little bit of white collar. It's got a little bit of everything politically. The incumbent is Pat Ryan. The challenger is a former New York police officer, Allison Esposito. Pat Ryan won a special election nearly 2 years ago this week. In the days after the Dobbs decision, he pivoted and campaigned heavily on women's reproductive rights. He's trying to do that again as he tries to secure this seat for a third term. Allison Esposito is making arguments about the border crisis, which has been felt in that part of the distant New York City suburbs. I'll note this. They're fighting a uniquely expensive battle. To get on the air and win a race in that part of New York, you've got to buy those expensive ads in New York City. So look for this to be one of the most expensive races for either party in Congress this cycle.
Let's look at California. Not just one race that could make a difference, all of them.
Yeah, I'm looking closely at the ones outside of Los Angeles. That's where you have certain maps that certain candidates find competitive. But it's just the tonnage, right, Lindsay? I mean, there's just so many races there that one swing in a certain part of the country can determine the balance of power. California also has very expensive races, very expensive airtime. It's just going to be disproportionate, the attention and the money the party spent in those two places between now and November 5th.
So interesting. There's so much focus on Harris and Trump, but we forget about all these other races that are happening that are so pivotal as well to the balance of power. Scott, hope you'll come back often to remind us of this. Thank you.
Thank you.